Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about a few. Will you get my PowerPoint pen over there? I'm going to talk to you about some books, but my first question that I have for you is, what is your favorite book? Tell me what your favorite book is. Anaya.
Harry Potter.
Okay, Harry Potter. What do you like about Harry Potter?
It's like they're going around places like it's an adventure.
So you like the adventure part of it? Okay. Layla.
Smile.
Smile. Okay, what do you like about Smile?
Sometimes it can be relatable and stuff. So, to some other people that can read it, it can be relatable to them. So like it's like sharing your story to other people.
Oh, okay. So what was relatable about Smile to you? How did you relate to it?
Well, I don't relate to it, but other people might relate to it because like she lost her teeth and it was her adult teeth, and so like she couldn't really grow them back, but she grew them back anyways.
Oh, okay. All right. Juliet. Oh, you like Circus Mirandus? Okay, what do you like about Circus Mirandus?
It's really interesting.
Well, what is it that's interesting? What is it that you like about it? Is it adventurous? Do you like that part of it? Jaden.
My favorite book is Wonder.
Wonder. Wow, I love Wonder. What do you like about Wonder?
I like how she is a movie that looks deceiving.
Oh, looks. Okay, so looks can be deceiving. Okay.
And don't judge somebody by what they look like.
Oh, I love it. Don't judge somebody by what they look like. Naima, what do you like? I'm sorry? What is
Emulate.
that?
It's a chapter. It's like
It's a graphic novel.
It's a graphic novel. It's this.
So you like the graphic? Okay, so you like it. What do you like about it?
I like when they like have war and stuff.
When they have war?
It's really cool because they have magic powers.
I'm sorry, she's speaking. Huh?
Like when this girl was doing high school to fight the enemy.
Oh, okay. So you like that part of it?
I like Unity Jones
You like Junie B. Jones? What do you like about Junie B. Jones?
because she's funny.
She's funny. What about her that's funny?
Because here's what's funny.
Okay.
Every time this was like one time when I started reading this Stupid Smelly Bus,
Uh-huh.
she had made this face like this.
So like her facial expressions are funny that you like? Anything else about her that you like? No? Imani.
I like the Babysitter's Club.
Oh, what do you like about the Babysitter's Club?
It was about this girl named Stacy,
Mm-hmm.
and she had diabetes, and she didn't want to tell her friends about it because she thought they weren't gonna be her friends anymore. And stuff. It's an interesting thing.
Okay. All right. Kristan.
I survived.
Do you like the I Survive series? What do you like about the I Survive series?
That's a lot of action.
A lot of action. Okay. Do you like that the characters are close to you in age?
Yeah, but mostly I get to learn about what happened when I wasn't here.
Oh, okay. What happened when you weren't here? Like you weren't born yet? Okay. Roberta. Diary of the Wimpy Kid. Why do you like Diary of the Wimpy Kid?
I like how it's interesting that Brett doesn't like the outdoors.
That he doesn't like the outdoors? Why do you like the outdoors, right? So why is it interesting? You just find it interesting that somebody wouldn't like the outdoors? Okay. Gabby.
A series of unfortunate events.
Oh, okay. Why do you like that?
It's like mystery.
You like the mystery part of it?
It's a TV.
So we all have our favorite books. One of my favorite books is The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. Has anybody read that book in here?
No,
I've heard
Okay.
of it.
Have you seen it in the library?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's one of my favorite books. Another favorite book of mine is Wonder. The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. I like that book because it starts off with this rabbit that has thoughts, but he doesn't. You don't see that he has thoughts, but you read about his thoughts. But it shows the journey and the way he changes over time based on the people that he's with. And so it's just I used to, whenever in 3rd grade, I used to read it every year to my class, and I just loved it. And the kids were like, read more of it, read more. So, and I like Wonder too because I like all the different perspectives. Has anybody in here read Wonder? Okay, or it's been read to you? You did? I like it because all the different perspectives that there is, and it all starts at the same time. So you see what each character is actually feeling at the same time, what their thought is at the same time. Well, we all have favorite books, but some of these books are interesting. And I want you to see, when I show you, what do these books have in common? Okay? Just by looking at them, what do they have in common? So we have A Light in the Attic.
Oh.
Does anybody see this one?
I have it
Okay.
at home.
You have it at home? Have you seen it in the library?
Yes.
You may have seen it in the library. You've read it. Okay. A Wrinkle in Time.
I watched it, but I haven't read it.
Okay.
I have it at home.
You've read about it. You can sit down if you want to. You've read about it. Has anybody? There's a movie out on it now.
I
right?
watched
Has anybody seen the movie?
Yes.
Seen the movie? Okay.
Yes.
Does that book look familiar?
Yes.
Brown Bear, Brown Bear. What do you see? By Eric Carle, that's right. And right, he's the illustrator. So you probably read this book, had this book read to you a lot when you were in like pre-K and kindergarten.
My sister loved that. I used to love it.
Ooh, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
Who's read the book or had the book read to them?
I had the movie.
Who's maybe watched the movie?
I went to go
Okay.
see it in a I watched the newest movie.
You watched the newest movie? There's also, I think, is there a graphic novel? I think there is.
There is a old movie. I have it.
Alright, the Harry Potter series. Okay, who's read any of the Harry Potter series?
I've read that one. I've read all of them.
Read all of them? Who's seen the movies?
I've seen all of them.
Seen all the movies?
Over and over. Movies and
And then
oh yeah.
Hop on Pop.
I have that book.
You have that book? Okay, anybody else?
I have it.
You can sit there.
I have it.
You have it? Okay.
Julie, I can't. My mom.
So, can you tell me what you think these books have in common? What do you think these books have in common? What do you think, Layla?
That they're all fiction.
They're all fiction, okay? Anaya,
They all have adventures in them.
they had adventures in them, okay? Juliet,
They're all really adventurous.
okay, all really adventurous. What do you think, Jaden?
They all teach you a moral lesson.
Oh, okay. They teach you a moral lesson, all right?
Hard.
Somebody else? Prosper, what do you think? I love it. So it may mean something to you. It may be special to you for some reason, okay? Well, those are all fabulous reasons why these books are in common. But I bet you did not know this. These, went too far.
They're banned.
They're banned.
Why?
Okay? They're banned. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, and I want you to talk with your group. Okay, so y'all can go back to your group, and y'all can come back up here. Go back to your group, and I want you to talk about what do you think a band means. What's a band book? What is band mean? No, you're talking to your group. Okay, talking to your group. I want you to start. Oh, we have not started. Start now.
like to wear like
No, it's not allowed.
It's like a book you or you're not. I've read about banned books. Like you can't have it.
Like we have here, it's not like that. Like no one really don't read anymore. We have that extra because nobody. But I think if they made like books and they didn't have that space on the band, nobody actually.
So what does banned mean?
I think
Tell me what. Talk about it.
I think band means not allowed. Not allowed.
Okay, one more minute. You talk about it?
Well,
Don't
let's
decide.
agree on it that like it's like a place to where you can't read
You can't read it in a certain place. Okay.
Wait, okay, can you read?
You don't talk about it?
I'm gonna take this book.
I didn't know Harry Potter because I saw some at some bookstores. We have
Flat tire. Okay, so I've heard a lot of great conversation. So now I'm going to ask each group to share, okay, something that y'all talked about, why, what a banned book is. What does banned mean? And then what is a banned book? Okay. Anaya, why don't you and Ben go?
Like nobody wants to read them anymore, so they get rid of them
to add new books.
Okay, so you think it's because that nobody wants to read them. So they get rid of them. Okay? Jeremiah and Jason, what'd y'all say?
We say that a banned book is where you can't read it in a type of place. In the certain place.
In certain places. So you think it's a it's a book that you can't read in certain places. Okay? Teresi, what'd your group say?
They said that a banned book is something that you can get from some places.
That you can't get anymore from some places?
Or like it's banned, like nobody has it anymore, it's banned, like you can't use it.
Or they don't make
Or
the
like
books
they don't have
again.
that anymore.
Okay. Alright.
He said banned means it's not allowed in certain places or it's illegal.
It's not allowed or it's illegal. Okay. Kristan, what did y'all say?
They said banned books are not people, it could make somebody do something bad that
Oh, okay. All right, so these are some great, Jeremiah, these are some great answers about what you think banned books are. So first of all, a banned book is books that individuals, somebody else, decided, you know what, why don't you flip on the back lights and turn off these front lights. Thank you, Imani.
I'm gonna ask you.
There we go. Okay, so banned books are books that individuals who believe the book or books are inappropriate for others to read. Okay? So due to their morals or values. So, for example, that's what Prosper said. That's right. So, for example, if I read something that I don't like, then I'm going to go and say, then that what this means is I'm going to say, I don't think anybody should read it because I don't like it. It goes a bit against my morals and my values. Nobody should be able to read it. Okay? That's what this is saying. And it may be somebody that you don't even know. Somebody that you don't even know is trying to say what you can or can't read. Ben.
So like in Harry Potter when Lord Voldemort kills people, some people don't like it.
Oh, so you think maybe that's why it would be banned is because
All
there's somebody in because there's violence? Maybe. somebody that you don't know, takes away your access to books that you want to read. They are trying to control what you can or can't read. So let's say that I read the Harry Potter series, okay, and that I didn't like the violence. I thought it was just too violent, and I didn't like it. Okay, that's my opinion. That may not necessarily be your parents' opinion, but I'm trying to keep all of you from reading it.
It's not fair.
Why is it not fair?
Because some people want to read it and maybe you don't. If you don't want to read it, you don't have to.
Right? You don't have to read it, right? Just don't read it, okay?
Find another book.
It's just like in Coco. His mom doesn't like the little boy song.
Playing music. Yeah.
Oh, like the movie that we've been watching?
Yeah.
Okay. Why? So she's trying to keep
Coco from playing.
Because
she's trying to keep
Not
everybody
Coco.
from playing.
Miguel. But even she's trying to keep him away because somebody impacted her.
So, and that could be the reason why some people are doing this is because they don't like it. And Kristan said this earlier, that maybe something has happened where it has hurt them in some way. There's something in that book that has hurt them, and they don't want anybody else to read it. They don't want anybody else to be impacted by that. But, like Anaya said, is it fair? No. So what this is called is your intellectual freedom. Intellectual freedom is that we all have the right to read whatever we want to read. Your parents should be the one who says what you should or shouldn't read. Okay? If your parents don't feel that it's age appropriate for you or just appropriate, period, then they should say, we don't want you to read that. I don't want you to watch that. Don't do that. Okay?
But others shouldn't.
But why should another stranger that you don't know have the freedom
To tell you what to do.
to tell you what to read? What you can or can't read. Okay? So this is what is called your intellectual freedom. You have the freedom to read whatever you want. Now, for us, me being a parent, there are TV shows that we tell Colton and Lane, we don't want you to watch that. Okay? It goes against what we believe. We don't want them to watch that. Or it's because we just don't feel that it's very age appropriate for them. Okay? There's some books that we don't want them to read. Okay? So yes, we are trying to censor for them right now, but it's because we want to protect them. But I'm not trying to say that if I don't want Colton to watch it, that you shouldn't watch it, because your parents may be okay with that. That's up to them, right? Ben, what were you saying? Do you remember? If you think about it, raise your hand. I'll come back to you. Yes?
I've never let me watch almost anything.
They let you watch almost anything?
Oh,
Okay, so I want to go through some books, and we're going to talk about what you think, why you think maybe they're banned. Straganona. Anybody read this book? Okay. I know that when I was in third grade, when I taught third grade, that it was in our Basil. It was in our reading book. Okay, Straganona.
But it's not anymore.
It's not it. Maybe y'all got new Basil books. So why do you think that Straganona would be a banned book or sometimes challenged? Okay, so a challenge book is when a parent or a teacher or somebody goes and says, this book should not be available to kids. Okay? They're challenging it. It hasn't been banned yet, but it's just been challenged. So, do you know why, Gabby? If you've read it, why do you think that Straganona would be banned or challenged or banned?
Like, because they kind of take advantage of people.
You think that because they take advantage of people? Okay. Would that be a reason why shouldn't read it?
It could be, yes. It depends on who the person is.
Okay, alright. Well, Straganona by Tommy DePaulo is banned or challenged because it's about a grandmother with magical powers. Okay, and there's a magic pot that cooks. So there has been someone who thinks that it is wrong for children to read about a grandmother with magical powers or read about a pot, a magic pot that cooks, because they think it promotes witchcraft.
It's the same thing in Harry Potter.
Witchcraft is, oh my
Okay.
god.
A Wrinkle in Time. They use magic in there.
My brother, the house with the coffin. Shoot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like the way Roberto's raising his hand. Roberto, what were you going to say?
I think they banned it because they don't want kids playing with
pots.
cups and pots.
Well, this is why it was banned. Is because that somebody thought that it was going to promote people or kids to believe in magic and witchcraft. Okay? So,
Witchcraft could be.
all right. So now, Gabby, when you read this book, did you get that? No? You don't think that it promoted that? Okay. Here's another one. Delora. Who's read this book?
Oh, I know why.
Okay. Why, Jeremiah, do you think that it has been banned or challenged?
Because you know how like the rainforest people, it's
So, like,
entertaining kids to go chop down the rainforest.
it could be like it makes
It's
the
training
kids
little kids that do anything. Like if they read a story, they'll do anything. They'll do something just like that.
Oh. So when you read it, Jeremiah, when you read it, Ben, when everybody read it, give me a thumbs up if you thought, I'm going to go cut down all these trees.
Just for a girl that I
Did you feel that way whenever you read this book? You felt when you were little, you were thinking, oh, we should cut down all the
I
trees.
know too.
You did? Anybody else think when you read this book, and I think you all read it like in second grade. So, did you think, I'm going to go cut down all the trees?
They also banned the painting. They don't play
So,
Oh yeah.
you're exactly right. But it was banned in 1989. The Lorax was banned by the California School District. Okay? They banned it because they thought it deemed that the book would persuade children to be against logging or cutting down trees.
What?
Do we need to be able to have lumber?
Yes.
We do. We have to have lumber. We do also need oxygen. So, do you know what happens when they do cut down a bunch of trees? What do they do, Prosper?
They burn it down because sometimes if you burn down a tree, carbon dioxide
It's released into the air.
Okay, but what do they do? What's the reason? Like, well, not the reason, but what do they do when they cut down these trees? There's something that happens that will help that they do, Juliet. It does clear space. My question is, there's something that they do. After they cut these trees, they may go somewhere else and do what, Ben?
They leave the area with no trees and they go find a new home.
Okay, and they plant more trees,
What was it called though?
and they're replenishing what they've cut down. Okay, so because you're right, if all the trees are cut down, then we don't have any more.
We'll die.
But they're not doing that.
But there's another reason too.
Because
We do need wood.
Mhm.
Like we need to. I'm not encouraging it, but we need wood because our houses.
Mhm.
Because you know how we have wooden floor, and if we wouldn't have trees or paper, like stuff to write on and all of that, then we wouldn't have anything.
Right.
But we need to like.
So what this means, Jaden, is what I'm saying is that when loggers go in and cut down and clear space,
I get that.
then there's a place that they will plant
I still have to move.
new trees for these trees to grow.
On there it says they'll be against logging or
Right. So because they don't want children to be against logging, they don't want you to be persuaded to be against it and to fight against logging. But actually,
because that's what the Lorax was doing.
right? Okay.
The Lorax wasn't cutting down the trees.
All right.
They started seeing the trees.
That's what I just said.
Let's look at another book.
The ones that are trying to cut down.
So, Jay Lee,
Oh, I
this
know
was
one.
one of your favorite books. So tell me, why do you think that Jenny B. Jones and the Stupid Smelly Bus would be banned? Why do you think somebody would say children should not be able to read this book?
I think because of the title, because it says Jenny B. Jones and the Stupid.
Because she uses the word stupid?
They don't want the kids to go say, Mom, you're stupid.
Oh, yeah.
It
Well,
encourages-
Layla, what do you think?
I think that it's because like Jenny B. Jones, like she takes like everything so seriously sometimes, but when she says that, like when she wants to say something, she actually says it. But like if it was somebody on the bus that was telling her that, she would actually say it to her face, and that would teach other children to bully. Yeah, so like it's like what you just said earlier, like if you have something you can say to somebody at all.
True. Ben,
It might encourage words that children are not supposed to use.
so somebody thought that it would encourage children to use words that they shouldn't, like the word
Encourage kids to
stupid.
be mean.
Oh, or encourage kids to be mean,
Because it's
maybe.
not in our library.
Okay.
It's not in our library.
It is. Jenny B. Jones is in our library.
But not the stupid smelly bus.
So, Jenny B. Jones was, by Barbara Parks, is a series that is often challenged because of the poor use of grammar that Jenny B. Jones uses. Now, think about how old is Jenny B?
She's first grader.
She's in first grade. Okay,
She's in second
some of
grade.
her older books, she's in first grade. But the very first book, she's going to kindergarten. So think about now how our kindergartners talk. Do they use?
That's tall.
Yeah.
Do they use proper grammar?
No.
No.
They tell
Okay.
us
Also, it's challenged because parents think that Jenny B. Jones gets into too much trouble and makes poor choices.
Because I was reading the one about when she cheated.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm sorry. Just a minute. I'm gonna let everybody get quiet first. Go ahead.
Because I was reading the one about when she cheated and when she had gotten in trouble for it. She didn't care. She didn't care because she said, but May was being mean to me too. And Mr. Scary let her off with another one.
Is she acting any way that
He's acting like a brat.
you had that people haven't acted? Is this gonna make the kindergartners act this way, or do they already do this?
They already do it.
They already do that, right? And let me ask you a question. Is there usually a lesson learned?
For them?
No.
Yes, usually there's a
She
lesson
never
learned.
uses
There's
it.
a parent yells at her a lot.
The parents yell at her a lot. So this is why somebody felt that Jenny B. Jones should not be read, is because she uses poor grammar and she makes poor choices. Would that be a reason why you shouldn't read it?
Yes. No. Well, not for us because we know better.
But
Stupid.
what? I mean, is that a reason for any kid? You think?
For younger
So
kids,
you wouldn't have wanted your first grade teacher to be able to read this to you?
I do want to read it to
You
us.
do.
I read this money. I read it since first. Yes.
And was it funny?
Yes.
And you thought it was funny, okay? Yes, Jaylee.
I have that book in my house.
You have it at your house? Ben.
There's like one part. There's like another book. I forgot which one it was. Like her aunt tells her that like she has like I think it was a baby brother that like
She called it stupid.
no she
monkey, and then she went to tell her friends, and then she made her friends give her their most precious stuff, like their necklace and stuff. Yeah, cause she thought her baby brother was a monkey.
Oh,
Wow.
Tracy.
In other Genie towns, they're always talking about dating and stuff.
Yeah, cause there's one where it says Janie B. Jones loves handsome women.
But is that a reason why should another parent or another individual have the right to say that you shouldn't read it?
No.
Should they have the right for that?
Yeah.
No.
All
All right.
right.
I'm going to read something to you. Yes.
Sorry.
I am going to read Homework Machine. Okay? Homework Machine. The homework machine, oh, the homework machine. Most perfect contraption that's ever been seen. Just put in your homework, then drop in a dime. Snap on a switch, and in 10 seconds time, your homework comes out quick and clean as can be. Here it is, 9 plus 4, and the answer is 3? 3?
What?
Oh, me. I guess it's not as perfect as I thought it would be. So,
It's using bad grammar.
there's all types of poems in here like this. So why would
Shoot.
a light in the attic, Gabriel, be banned or be challenged?
Because maybe the book is teaching the kids math that's wrong, and they might do bad in school.
And copy
Okay,
it.
so do you? That's the reason why you think it may be challenged, Roberto. I'm taking one more.
I think because they might not do kids might not do their homework and put them in a machine or something.
Okay.
In a shredder.
Maybe put it in the shredder. Okay. Layla.
Maybe because it teaches kids like you don't need. That's basically what Roberto said. Like you don't need to do your homework and stuff. You can just use the machine to do it, and you might get it wrong.
You might accidentally put it in a shredder.
Okay. Well, this is what somebody said, that parents felt that the book put bad thoughts in the minds of children.
Sure it can.
So is that a reason why none of you should be able to read this book?
No.
Nobody in here should be
Only
able
for
to
their
read.
kids.
If somebody wants, could we see
I thought this was funny.
But
it?
some parents
but
don't like
no.
it. But they shouldn't have handled it. They shouldn't have told us. Last year we did a poem out of that book because it was for the oratorical. And one said homework, you keep me up all night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's all kinds of reasons, and some reasons are I can see. Some reasons is maybe that it's not age appropriate, and there's inappropriate language, or maybe very inappropriate scenes. There's all kinds of reasons why people say that you shouldn't watch movies or you shouldn't read books. But there are some reasons that
You should.
that they're just making up that they personally don't like.
It.
But you do. It's okay. Should they take that right away from you? No, they shouldn't take that right away. Right. It should be up to you and your parents. Your parents, at a certain point, should be able to say, this is not appropriate for you. Once you get to a certain age, then you can read this or you can watch this. But right now, I'd rather you not. So I want you to think back to our first question. What is your favorite book? I have two reflection questions for you to fill out, okay? You're going to just fill this out, and then we're going to turn it in. My first question is, again, you're just going to state what your favorite book is, and then how would it make you feel if someone that you didn't know took that book away from you or said that you shouldn't be able to read it. Okay?
Can we put how like we disagree with
The second yes. Tell me why. Like, how would that make you feel? Do you disagree with that? Why you disagree with it? Like, how would that make you feel? Second, I want you to think, what would you do if a book you liked, your favorite book, was endangered of being banned? Okay, don't answer it out loud.
Can you write?
I want you to write it.
Can you write the 2 questions?
No, you have them right here.
Is today November 2nd?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
And you are going to fill this out, and I will collect them. Get up. I will, and before I collect them, we will share. Okay, just put it right there in my book. I will share. We will share out some of your reasons. Okay, after you have finished answering your question.